It's recording.
Yeah, it's recording.
What was I gonna say? Hey guys, so today is gonna be a very short vlog. It is 3 a.m. and yes, I am just vlogging. And I did nothing but watch TV. I know I said I was gonna work on vlogs, but I don't know. Well, actually I do know. So I'm really bad, guys. I know. I should probably start like saying that I'm gonna edit vlogs and just do it instead of saying it every time and not doing it. Anyways, this is kind of what went down. So I didn't wake up till 2 today, not this morning, this afternoon. And immediately I was gonna I took a shower and I was gonna be productive, and then I started watching the Housewives of Orange County and got distracted, and then I started watching Newlyweds and got distracted, and then my sister came into my room and we started watching Mistresses and Dr. Phil and a bunch of other stuff, and so that turned into me just being lazy. Plus, like, you know when like you sleep way too much, you oversleep, and so you still feel like you're sleepy as hell. That's pretty much how I felt. My head was hurting, actually. There was not a lot to eat. So I had a bunch of junk today. And I just was not feeling today. I was just like, I got dressed and everything, so at least I didn't feel completely frumpy, but I don't know, I just didn't feel like moving. I felt like being completely lazy and stuff and not functioning, and so yeah, but tomorrow's gonna be an active day, so yeah, it won't be too bad. Oh, I'm so itchy though. Something's like on my arm, I think. I don't know, I feel like a bump. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, and then I was checking my email and seeing what I was gonna do. But anyways, we actually just finished watching Bachelorette. It's with Rebel Wilson, Kirsten Dunst, Lizzie Kaplan, Isla Fisher, I forget his name, but the guy from Parks and Rec, or Parks and Recreation, I just call it Parks and Rec, and yeah, and it was actually a really funny movie. I had heard mixed reviews about it when it first came out, but they just put it on Netflix, so we were kind of bored of watching Dr. Phil, but my sister sometimes comes into my room, and so that also keeps me up, because I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll just watch TV with my sister, but I just start kicking her out of my room. And part of the reason she comes to my room is because she doesn't have a TV in her room, and then my parents, because their room gets really hot, will sleep with the door open, and so like they will be shushing us the whole time if we're watching TV in the living room, if it's like past 11, or even sometimes like past 10 or 9, and it's really annoying. So she'll come into my room, but then sometimes it's like just as I'm about to like watch my show and then go to bed, so it's kind of annoying. I love her, but yeah, I don't like, I'm like, dude, just, I know you want to watch TV here, but can't you just go to bed? And so yeah, and then sometimes I'm like doing stuff and I get distracted, so I don't kick her out. But then by the time she's like, oh, I'm just finishing this, and I'm like, oh my god, just go, goody room, please. So yeah, but so yeah, my plan was to clean today. It didn't happen. So tomorrow I actually want to kind of get up like at 9 or 10. It's 3 a.m. So I'm just gonna go to bed right now. I'm gonna do my crunches because I haven't done those for the day, and didn't do any exercise today. I just really took a rest day, I guess. But in the morning I have like a bunch of plates and dishes in my room. I was eating in here, so I want to wake up so I can clean up, make my bed, maybe clean up a little bit before I head out, because Mike kind of wants to hang out in the morning, and I have to go do something, and then at 3 I'm going to this museum, to one of the meetup group stuff. It's for the travel group, so yeah. And then I'll come back, and my mom wants to go to Trader Joe's because we're gonna go today and have a little bit of production in my life, but she didn't feel good, so yeah, and I have to steal my magazine back from her. She comes into my room, and like, yes, I know it's a reasonable time to be up, but she comes into my room and asks for my magazines, and for whatever reason, I really hate having my mom read my magazines. It's like, it's really annoying to me. I will hide them from her, and I know that sounds really mean, but I'm just like, she takes them and then I don't see them for like weeks, and yes, I know I don't read them all the time, but for whatever reason, it's like one of those like OCD things where like I have to have it in my room and I have to know where it is, and no one else, like I've let go a little bit, but I actually used to be like that with books. Like, if I bought a book and my sister like was looking for something to read and she'd somehow also read all the stuff in my bookcase, I would not let her read the book because I hadn't opened it yet, and I wanted to be the one to crack the spine or whatever, or else I would get mad at her because she damaged the spine. Even though I would have done the exact same thing, but I don't know, it's just one of those weird like things that I do. It's, I don't know, because then if it doesn't go that the way that I want it to in that sense, I don't know, I get like really angry and like want to throw stuff around the room. I almost want to throw a tantrum. So yeah, that you guys now know that I'm a little, I guess, controlling sometimes. Like, I don't consider myself a control freak because most of the time I'm like, well, I can't do anything about the situation. Like, I can only do so much. But, and like, obviously, like, I let them get away with it anyway. Like, I don't like stop them from taking it. I just go like, fine, take the magazine or whatever. But really, all I want to do is like throw shit at them at that moment. It's really bad. I know. I don't do it, but I feel like I should. But I don't. Because I shouldn't do that. So, yeah. I'm surprised I'm actually asleep because I woke up at 3, or 2, but yeah. So that's the plan tomorrow, and then going to bed at a decent time and editing some vlogs. And I know I'm like jinxing myself right there, but I do hope to get to some stuff. I just really want to clear like my desk because it's become a mess again, and just start taking. I'm actually gonna see if I can also in the morning like organize stuff that's like summary for my clothes, so I can just take it and see what they take, and if anything I'll just like drop anything else that like seems like at Goodwill or something. Like, I mean, like stuff that I can't necessarily like sell online. But yeah, so I just want to kind of, so my closet doesn't get kind of crazy and the rest of my room doesn't get kind of crazy. I'm just hating my room right now because it's messy and it's my fault, but still, I'm hating it. Anyways, good night. Don't forget to leave your comments down below, and also don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for hearing me ramble, and before I go, like, last thing, I swear. So I got this comment like a few days ago on one of the vlogs that I put that's up, and it said like that the title wasn't really relevant. I didn't really feel like I should address it, but like now I don't know, it just was kind of, I kind of remembered right now. So I know sometimes I do ramble on or I talk about something, and when I give something a title, I don't want it to be like, you know, just like the whole like every day, or being titles that are just very like unappealing, because I mean obviously you want someone to watch your vlog, you want to attract people to click on it. So it was one of the ones I said, I think it was when I saw Alec Baldwin at Urban Outfitters, and I guess I talked about how I react to that or whatever, but I guess like they thought maybe that I was actually going to show celebrities. So I know sometimes my titles don't seem completely relevant, so I'm sorry about that. If maybe you find it misleading, I apologize in advance. Just that sometimes, like, I obviously want to have a title that attracts people to it, but and I don't want to mislead in terms of the stuff. Sometimes it is honestly what I think the vlog's about. You know, I could go on about, like, today how I didn't like doing nothing, or I can title it how I, you know, talked about my sister, because in a sense it's there. So yeah, anyways, that's all I kind of want to say about that. So I'm sorry if you guys feel if sometimes things are irrelevant. It's just sometimes I really just don't know what to title it, so I just title it whatever I think sounds interesting and somewhat relevant. So I know it's not totally relevant, but I will put a title if I find there is some relevancy to it, or I find it funny at the moment or something like that. So yeah. Anyways, good night. I will see you guys tomorrow, later, Sunday. So yeah. And I hope your summer is going great so far. So yeah, good night.